Hi, this is Barry, and I'm with Tabletop Gaming and with me. So, I have a new game that I got just recently in Kickstarter about a month ago. Haven't had the time to put together an unboxing, but I had a great time playing this game and just wanted to show this game off because um, it is a very good game, honestly. Um, it's called Keystone North America. This is the deluxe edition. It is made by Rose Gauntlet Entertainment, which this is their very first board game. And I have to say, I'm very impressed um, for two reasons. The rules are very straightforward, there's no real questions about anything. Um, and for it being a Kickstarter, and I've done several Kickstarters, and I'm still waiting on a couple of Kickstarters that's over a year and still in the making. Um, this one was projected to be delivered, estimated July 2022. I received it in the mail the second week of August of this year of 2022. So, with that said, that's 2 weeks and nothing's missing. The game is great. Everybody I show it to loves it and can't wait for it to become to retail. Again, I have the Kickstarter edition, the deluxe edition with a couple of upgrades to um, the actual game. So let's get started. This is, like I said, this is a really nice box. If you can see the images, they got nice, very nice photos all over. The back of the box shows all of the components. Oh, excuse me. It is for 10 years and up, 1 to 4 players, about 30 minutes to an hour. And I say roughly, once you learn the game and get all the rules down, then yes, it's 30 minutes to an hour, depending on how many people you have playing. Um, and it's pretty um, easy to learn. Um, I think the age 10 and up is appropriate. It is child friendly. Um, this I've done the solo play. I loved it, and I will show you comes in the box. Again, this is the deluxe edition, so I have things in here that will not be in the classic edition, or I don't know what you would call a classic edition. But anywho, we have a mat, which only comes in the deluxe edition. And I show this mat off, and it is very nice. Of course, I have it upside down, and it's big. And you can obviously play without the mat. It's fine. Let's see if I can get this. I won't be able to get this all on camera. I need to get a better stand for my camera to go up higher away from the table. But anywho, this is the mat, and it is very nicely made. I like playing it, but it's not necessary. If you have a smaller table and you really need the room for the player boards, then by all means, don't use the mat. It also comes with, so I have, of course I have two. So this is the first player token, and this is what comes in the normal base game. It's cardboard, along with the little turtle track marker. But the upgrade, the deluxe edition, has these really nice thick painted on. These aren't the it's not a sticker, so it's actually painted in there, and the first player token is also thick like that, and the colors won't rub off or peel off or whatever, because it's actually seems to be printed directly onto it. So I'm going to leave that out. Then we've got these, which are called synergy tokens, and they're double-sided, 1 and 3. So basically, again, they come within a lot of them. So, there should be no need to run out. But I've had people, oh wow, I picked the only one out of there that was I have a couple of deluxe mixed with normal. This is a deluxe one, so as you can see, there's a 3 on one side and a 1 on the other. So, I mean, the only thing that I would say is you got to play with people who are honest. No cheaters. Because if you sit these down in front of you, it is very easy to just be fidgety and accidentally flip it, and now you have 3 synergy instead of 1, and you may lose track. Or if something, if you brush against something, you drop it on the floor, and now you don't remember what it was. All of me and my friends tend to play with the one side up always, just to say this represents 1, not 3, but 1. It just helps with keeping things straight. So, and like I said, it comes with a lot of them. So these are the cardboard ones, the punch outs. And then we have these, which are the research tokens and little clipboards. So these are items that you will use while play. The ones that look like little clipboards without the pen, the green side is used for the normal play of the game, and then the purple side is used for the solo play of the game. And I'm going to put those over there, and I'm going to keep these out. Now, it's a rule book, and the rule book is not very thick. It's like 16 pages. The print is pretty decently sized. It's not tiny. Got lots of images, lots of things to say what is incorrect as an ecosystem, what is not correct, how do you read certain cards, how do you play certain cards. So it's really detailed. They did a great job with the instruction booklet. But you're going to need the instruction booklet out because the back of the book has a skill token icon guide. You will need this at least for the first few times you play, because obviously you're not going to remember what all of these things mean. And so I keep this out just in case. It's a good reference while I'm playing. We have tons of cards. So we have tons of cards. So as you can tell, there are, I don't know how many cards are in here. Let me tell you in a second how many cards are here. And I wonder if they have a list, because it's something I always check to make sure if there's a breakdown of how many things you're supposed to have. So there's about 154 cards here alone. And then you have your these cards here add a little interesting thing to the game. They have little what you call that on the back. Can't think of what that is again. Well, whatever. But these are secret objective cards. So little binoculars. There it is. I remember the word now. And basically, each person is dealt one of these during the beginning of the play. And basically, they can, and let's move this closer so you can see it. You can, each one of these cards has patterns on them. And they're beautiful artwork. I mean, really nice artwork. On this left-hand side of the card, you have all the different ecosystems. And then on the right hand side of the card, you'll have whether it's an endangered species, is it a keystone animal, um, and the season. And then you have a number on the bottom. The number, and I'll explain that later, but as you can see, these cards mainly deal with items that are on the right hand side of this game. So basically, when I'm explaining people how to play this game, I'm telling them that if this is the card that you're dealing with, if you can rotate it, that's how you can place it on your player board. You cannot mirror this card, so you can't flip them mirror wise. They have to be like this. And these actually will score you points towards the end of the game. If you get all four, you get 24 points. You can't score for duplicate ones. So basically, if you get one and you make a second one just out of the blue, you only get scoring for one. You don't get scoring for two. So you get scoring down here if you complete each one of these. And also this number at the top here, you can see that, maybe I can focus. There we go, it's focused. It says 8 winter observation. The number 8, all these cards have numbers, and when you're playing the solo mode, it will tell you which number card to pull out for that particular solo scenario. And there are 20 solo scenarios. These here are wild cards, and they all have this back here. So they are wild cards. So basically, they cost 10 synergy. So if you want to buy one on your turn, you can spend 10 synergy and you can get one of your choice. And there are 2 of each type of, let's just sort them real quick. And yes, I'm doing that off screen because, you know, whatever. I have more table room. Okay, so there are 2 of each ecosystems. So basically, you have these ecosystems over here. So this would be the Arctic, is the blue, and this is the forest for the green, and the pink is the wetlands, and then you have the orange, which is the desert. So, and then obviously you have your seasons down here. So you have, this is summer, and this would be fall, and then this one here would be spring, and then obviously the snowflake will be winter. So you have the 4 seasons, and you have your 4 ecosystems that they belong with. And here, it doesn't have a number. It's wild. And that will be what I explain now, is when you're placing these cards on your board, and I'm about to show you the board, you need to place these in numerical order, either ascending or descending, 1 to 4, 2 to 5, 5 to 2, 4 to 1. It does not matter. And they can go horizontally or vertically, and no diagonal. So basically, you need to be placing these cards on your board. Now, there are 3 little dots down here. This means that the cards that you're going to use for a 3 and 4 player game, you're going to use these cards that are included. There are several cards that don't have anything at all, and that's for a 1 to 2 player game or solo game. So you'd want to sort these before you start, depending on who you have playing. And also, there are duplicates of every single card in the game. And as you can see, this one here, this rabbit, can be found in the forest, the desert, and the wetlands, and during the springtime. And his number is 2. So there's some really great artwork on these, and I have them upside down, so sorry about that. And so there's one, and not all of them are animals, you know, so some of them could be places, which is very, very beautiful. They are very beautiful to look at. This one's really nice. Yeah, this is upside down. Very, very nice to look at. I like this one. He's cute. And this one's cute too. I'm not going to go through all 154 of these. But those are the cards. And like I said, there's a lot of them. And I'll go through those in a minute. It would help if I didn't put them in a strange order. Now, you have those. And we went over the wild cards. Now, this game also comes with these sealed envelopes. And yes, mine are still sealed. 1 through, what is it, 1 through 6? Yeah, there are extra cards in these. And you play through the scenario, the solo scenario, in order to unlock these envelopes to have them to play in your regular game. And I chose to keep them so I can try to unlock them because that's a cool thing to do. I mean, come on, who doesn't like to work through something and have a reward? Yes, you can open these up and take them and put them in the deck and play with them right from jump. That is up to you. I'm one of those people. If they tell me I have to earn these, I'm going to earn these. And I will explain how you earn them in a minute. So now we have skill tokens. And like I was saying, on the back of the instruction booklet, it has a skill token guide. It tells you what all these cards mean. And basically in the beginning of the game, you're going to start off with 5 of these cards and you're going to mix them. I have a little bag I put them in and I pull 5 out. So basically this one here means that, and this one here means that you would take one of those research tokens and put it on any card that you have with the summer symbol that does not have any research tokens on it already. So it has to be empty of research tokens. This adds 1 point to your score towards the set that you're going to be building. And then we're going to have field cards, and I'll explain field cards later. But you will discard 2 field cards, and then you'll flip this card over. And I'll go into that in a few minutes, but that's how these work, and I'll go into explaining what's the difference between the yellow side and the white side. But these are the skill tokens, and what's on the back is on the yellow side down here, and what's on the white side is on the yellow side down here. So you always know what's on the other side if you want to do this and take this option and prepare your action that you're going to take for that round. Also comes with the game journals. Now this is the deluxe journal that comes with the game, and I'm trying to pull this out. Like I said, you can play with this, and I'm going to skip, sorry about skipping around, but this is the little round tracker that comes with the base game if you don't have the deluxe game. So you can play and put the turtle on here as needed. So basically, if you're playing a solo game, you're going to put your turtle here, and it counts down from 4 to 1 or from 4 to 0. 4-player game starts at 7, 3 is 6, 5 is 2-player. So this saves a lot of room on the table if you want to use that, which I probably will use that when I do a playthrough on video. But this is the journal that comes with the game, the base game. And it's got all these little charts, and it's got a cute story regarding what you're doing for each assignment, so you can unlock those cards. And again, there are 20 assignments in this booklet. I don't know how long they take to play. But in the back, there's a nice map that tells you where all the animals are located, everything. Species locations. That's pretty cool. More species locations. And it also tells you sealed envelope. And this is a spoiler, so I'm not going to go into that because I don't want to know that. But this is the upgraded add-on, which is a fake leather, which is, it's really nice though. It really is. Journal with all the same information in it, and it's got nice empty pages back here, so you can make notes on stuff. You can write stuff. It's got the same little thing back there. However, I forgot there's one more thing that's in the back of the journal. So if you do open those cards, there's supposed to be a section in the back of, I guess it's in the back of the instruction booklet. And you can tell the difference. It's got a little, nice little ribbon page thing. So I've already done some assignment 1, so I put it on assignment 2 because that's where I am. Assignment 1 was very easy. The game looks extremely easy, is not extremely easy. You can mess up really quickly. Player boards. And that was the insert in the box. So it comes with these nice player boards. And the Deluxe came with this wonderful thing that says it's a little thank you note for helping with the Kickstarter. Okay, so this board unfolds. For the base game, it comes with a 4x4 grid that you're going to put the cards on, and this is what the grid looks like. But with the Deluxe edition, you can play with either side, and all boards are very, very pretty. You play with this side, or you can play with the other side if you think this is too busy, because placing cards on this will start getting a little jumbled and a little mixed up, and some people don't like how busy it looks, so they'll just play with the other side, which is fine. But I do like the game, and I think it's a great game. And I'm going to go into some of the ways. Oh, let's see. Here's an endangered one. It has a little exclamation point there. Still thinking that that's a farm because not very sure what icon that is. It does look like a house. Let's see if we can focus. There we go. It looks like a house, looks like a farm. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking it is. And this is a keystone. You see the nice key in the corner here. Try to get the camera to focus. And basically what you're going to do is, in the beginning of the game, how you play. Everybody starts off with a certain amount of synergy depending on number of players. There are 6 cards are turned up, and the great thing about this mechanic is, let's say these are the cards. And I will have a formal playthrough of this, but this is just for now. I'm not ready to actually play a formal playthrough. I don't want to make this video too long. But when you have your synergy, and say you want to take this card, the first card of the, let's get everybody on the camera here. So the first card is always free. So you can just take this card on your turn, or you can do one of said actions on the turn, or you can spend 10 synergy and get one of the wild cards on your turn. So basically that's the 3 different actions you have for your turn. So you can take one of these cards, but if you take the first one, it's free. You just pick it up, they all slide down, you replace the card. However, if you want to say take the third card, because that's the card you need, and I'm just going to pull out some synergy, and I'm going to say you're going to place one synergy on each card that you don't want and take this card. And then these two move down and you will put this card on your board. Now I'm going to put this card on my board if I can get it off the table. This is just a quick demonstration. If I put this card here, it's a 4. Obviously, if I'm going to think about this correctly, you're not going to want to put a 4 here because that leaves only one card to go here, which is a 3, making this set 3, 4, 5. You want to get a set, making a set of streaks. They're going horizontally and vertically. So basically, I would put the 4 over here in the corner. It does have 2 ecosystems, the forest and the desert. So on my next turn, I'm going to want to take, and if I choose to take the next card over, I pay the price of these 2. I take this one and I take the synergy that's on it, which is great because you need currency. And because this also has a forest and it also has a desert, if I put it next to this one, it is a 4 and it's a 3, so they're in order, and they have to be in order, either ascending or descending. But because I matched these 2 symbols, I will gain 2 more synergy from the supply as payoff because I placed this card, I matched it here. If I would have had another card down here, say this one, I would get another synergy because this card down here has a desert. So for every ecosystem that you match, you get a synergy for as currency. So that's how you get your currency. The game plays as if you're making sets. This would count as a set, and then I'll go into the scoring when I do a playthrough because I don't want to get all complicated, because the scoring part is a little complicated and people get confused at first. And I try my best to explain the scoring system ahead of time, which the game does come with the scoring pattern. As you can tell, this one's written on. I'm just going to say this one's me. I lost badly. I got lots of zeros in here because I was more focused on gaining the secret objectives completed instead of completing sets and columns. And sets are anything that has ascending, descending order and doesn't have any gaps in the numbers and has matching ecosystems is a set. And those points add up. So if you don't have, and they add up by column and by row, and then obviously down here you also have 3 synergy tokens at the end of the game in your possession, will also give you 1 point. I had 3 points worth. This can be a complicated item here, only for the fact is I am very happy that I have 2 bags of synergy tokens, one of the upgrades and one of the non-upgrades, because people, when they find this out, they hoard these things. So then I end up using something else in its place because we run out instead of using the 3 sides, or we put the 3s aside and say, yes, you have 3. So that's my only complaint is with that is people hoard these things. There should be a rule somewhere that you can't have but so many of them in your possession. I have to read through the rule book again to find out, but I think that should be a rule that you can only have, like, say 20 in your possession. at any given time. If you have 20, you can't gain any more because obviously you're depleting the supply, and no one else can get them. I mean, I've had people sit up here, and you got to think this person here had 9 points worth, so they had 27 um, synergy tokens just sitting there, not being used. So you got to think about it. Think about what's going on with that. So it's a fun game. It's a little difficult. Um, there are ways to move your tiles, but once you put them down, it's there. Unless you have a skill token out, and they are random, 5 of them at a time per game. If you don't get the one that allows you to swap places, be careful where you put these because they're just there. So, with that, it's a great game. I will have a follow up with the solo. I'm going to do a solo play of the first assignment. So, I already know the first assignment. I'll do a solo play, and I'll see if I can get my camera up higher. That way, everything can be visually seen, included, because right now it's pretty low and I need to fix that. So, anyhow, happy gaming. Talk to you guys later. Have fun. Enjoy your games. Can't wait for more people to have this game in their possession. I think it's a wonderful game, and I'm looking forward to them making more because this was very well done. 2 thumbs up for this game. Definitely recommend it for any age, and it's a great family game. So, and a great strategy game. So, happy gaming. Bye now.